This is V from a Canadian RVer. In today's trip, what we're doing is we're leaving Kingsville, Ontario in this area, coming right across the lake head here on Highway 50. We'll be joining up with Highway 20 and then pulling right across into a little town called Amherstburg. And in here, it gets quite interesting with all the islands and the waterways. We'll be going up Highway 20, following the river, and this is the St. Clair River. And we're going to be going right up into Windsor here and seeing Detroit, which is just right about here. So come along and let's go for a trip. This area in southern Ontario is known for a very fertile growing area of all kinds of crops. The land is very flat, as you can see in the video right now as we're going into Windsor, but this is premium growing area in southern Ontario. And here's our first stop. We noticed there was a Canadian Coast Guard in the river. What they were probably doing is moving the mile markers for all the freighters that come up and down the river. So we thought we would just take a shot of this and see what they're doing. So again, we're rolling along the river, and you can see where it's a real nice view across to the United States. But this is all part of the St. Clair River that goes into Lake Erie. Now what I've done here is in the lower video, the small window video, you can see that there's a lot of ice in the river, and that was shot about 7 days prior to our trip today as we're going. And you can see the ice in the river, and what a week difference makes that the ice is all gone, because this is quite a fast flowing river that goes from Lake St. Clair to Lake Erie. Let's keep watching. So here we are at another pull-off, and unfortunately there's no freighters at this time to show anybody. It's kind of early in the very early spring, if another week or so, and we'll be getting into officially spring. But the snow and ice is all gone, and a lot of the freighters come down this channel right here. And as we swing back around, you'll see on land here, which is what they call a radar beacon. That orange and black tower is a radar beacon for all the freighters as they travel up and down. So here we go, we're going north again on Highway 3. I believe this part of the river is one of the narrowest parts, and the freighters stay very close to the American side, and you can see some of the green buoys on the other side, and that's what they're there for. Let's keep watching. And you can see another radar beacon right at the bottom behind the house there, where the radar will pick up those triangle beacons and let the captains know exactly where they are. The river opens up a little bit here, a little wider, and right along there's all kinds of new homes being built on the riverside of the highway here. So now we're getting a little closer to Windsor. This is McDougall Avenue, and this will take us right into Windsor proper. And as we go through the city area here, we'll go across the lights when we get down to the bottom and end up right across from Detroit, Michigan. Here we are just a little farther into the city core, and you can see all the high rises, and if you look straight down the street where we're driving, you'll see kind of some tall buildings, and they're across on the Detroit side. So hang in there, we're going to get to the corner here, we'll pass a few more lights, and then we'll be going right across the intersection right here. As soon as the light turns green, we'll be going through. We'll be parking, and we'll do a little walk around the waterfront and show you around. So here we are, just right at the waterfront right now, and if you look down the river, you can see the Ambassador Bridge. That's that big bridge that crosses the river. That's the Ambassador Bridge that connects Detroit to Windsor. And right now we're looking right across the river to downtown Detroit and their skyline. Quick look back to the bridge again, the Ambassador Bridge. The tall buildings, one of them used to be the GM building, but I don't see the logo up on the top of the building anymore. Let's take a walk up this way. This is our city skyline, and just a quick look back. But let's take a walk up this way. Well, wait, before we do that, we heard something in the sky, and it was a helicopter, a tour helicopter that was flying and giving some people a view of the city. But let's take a walk up and have a look at this boat that's docked there. Now we're starting to walk back to our car and go on to our next stop that we were going to visit. We've got a few more interesting places to stop by, but right now going back to the vehicle and looking back at the Ambassador Bridge. So here we are at our next stop, and this was really quite interesting here. This was the Spirit of Windsor. And let me tell you a little bit about it. This Pacific Type 4-6-2 steam locomotive is dedicated to the memory of the glorious years of steam train, Canadian railroading, and the citizens of Windsor. Number 5588 was built in Montreal Locomotive Works in 1911 for the Canadian National Railways and saw many years of freight and passenger service in southern Ontario before being retired in 1961. In 1962, the Historic Vehicle Society of Ontario, Windsor, launched a public campaign to save the old 5588 from the scrapyard and was to bring it to Windsor for the education and future generations of steam locomotives. Christened the Spirit of Windsor, number 5588 was dedicated to the community on May the 6th, 1965. I'll see if I can get around the north side of it here, give you a look back at our city skyline. We'll look over at Detroit. Here's a quick shot again across the river. And looking back our way, there's Caesar's Casino and Hotel just off into the distance there. And now let's take a walk back right through here. We'll get over to the steam engine again and have a closer look. very well preserved, the spirit of Windsor. Alright, we just left that area, and one quick look around again before we start leaving these water's edge. A quick shot of Detroit, a little farther north, and our city skyline. And there you can see Caesars Casino and Hotel. So if you liked the video, please subscribe, please give us a thumbs up, please ring the bell so the next time we do a video you'll be notified. So here we are, we're now starting to leave the city, and I just wanted to go by this Johnny Walker. This is where they produce all that fine liquor. This is JP Walker's, and right here we're going to be turning and making a right-hand turn, and this is the main warehouse and distribution for Walker's liqueurs and spirits. This is V from a Canadian RVer. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up, please subscribe. We'll see you in our next video.